Good morning. We are back from taking all the delivery yesterday. The unit is a mess. We've not unloaded any of it yet. Need to start unbagging it. But yeah, we unloaded it all yesterday. Around 70, 80 bags. Still got a load more to collect Thursday. Patagonia, some vintage Nike, your Carhartts, more North Face and stuff like that. But we called it a day yesterday, having to lift all these up the stairs. But let me just add this tripod real quick. But yeah, basically yesterday I did film a little bit, but then it was it got cut short because I went home instead. But yeah, basically I was just saying that it was a bit of a surreal moment for me yesterday because, well, we're reaching a year of being a limited company. So that's coming up close. So that's a bit of okay, fair enough. Like, the business is where it is. We're doing all right. So, fair play. But then the other one was, when I remember, so this supplier I've been working with a long time. I remember when I first visited them and did my first purchase and deal with them, and I went in there wearing adult nappies because I was about to spend about 700 quid. And to me, 700 quid was a lot of money. Probably, I've been working that up over the period before starting the business, just as and when I could do that. But yeah, going in with 700 quid, getting a few bits and transferring that. Whereas as of obviously yesterday, and I picked up all of this stock, I had an invoice of £20,000 to pay yesterday, which is just an astronomical amount of money to start with anyway, but to spend that on stock in one foul swoop, and then I've got to do that again on Thursday. But then again, in terms of like a reflection of when I was sat at home yesterday thinking, a pat on the back, do you know what I mean? It's been a long journey. Still lots of journeys and experiences and money to be spent moving forward, but to not really flinch at spending that either. That was the mind-boggling thing. But yeah. Anyway, let's stop the soppiness. Basically, we have got loads and loads of premium jackets, and I've opened one sack already yesterday just before I went home, and it was full with Burberry. So yeah, some exciting things to come. What I need to do today, though, the plan of action is I've got a few Whatnot streams today. I'm going to do the kids Carhartt mix. I will take you we'll go and have a look I'll show you some of them real quickly. We've been planning this for a little while. Apologies on the camera angle, it's a bit strange. So basically been working on getting this sort of stuff for a little while. So we've managed to get like a bit of a collection together now, where we can do a little stream, see what's going on. But I have a lot more to come of this. But yeah, we've got loads of sick vintage children's Carhartt items, from like active jackets to cute dungarees to, bad boy jackets, to be honest. So I need to get these prepped for a little Whatnot stream. This has been in the making for a few months now. So that will be today. But what I need to do basically, and the plan is to go through all of my bags. So obviously I've got North Face only jackets, so that's fine. I just need to grade them and check them. We've got premium branded fleeces, so I'm going to go through them, separate maybe like a premium show. So any ACG, any high-end designer, probably Carhartt, Patagonia, North Face, probably put them to one side, and then like the bread and butter, either offer them wholesale or we will just do a little show on Whatnot with them. But then the premium jackets, I want to go through all of them and separate them into brands, because there's loads of cool Gore-Tex Berghaus, there's Barber, there's loads of Levi's, like Sherpa denim jackets. So I'm going to separate, grade, and then they'll go into their own shows when I get round to doing that. And then I also have like an athletic mix, which is normally consisting of like North Face, like top and bottom tracksuits. You have Gymshark, Lululemon, and just other bits and bobs. So today is a sorting only day. There's a lot to sort. I need to get all this sorted before Thursday, before the next lot comes in. So I need to use the rails, get it railed, get selling as well, because I need to get some of that money back. But quickly on the money as well. So I want to potentially get rid of all of this by the end of January. So as of today, we are on the 13th of Jan. So yeah, end of Jan, I want it gone. And in terms of like a financial goal, I would like, bare minimum, to double. So this could be one of my biggest months, and we're 13 days in, and I've not really sold too much this month. I've been relaxing at home, taking a bit of time off, and obviously prepping this because it was slightly delayed. So we are now behind schedule, but no pressure on that schedule. So ideally, I want it all gone by the end of this month, and hopefully we'll be back on another YouTube video soon saying we made 100 grand in 1 month. Not profit before you guys start commenting and get raged out about it. But anyway, I'm gonna go start to organise this. I'll bring you along. We'll cut into interchanging if I find anything that's sick, and then once we've organised it all, I will jump back in. Yes, we're actually making a little bit of progress. I don't know how and why I've done this, but if you look behind me, there's like a mountain of jackets. I've took them all out of the bags and I've gone through them. There's a lot of crazy brand stuff to be made in terms of profit. I've got loads of Burberry trench coats. There's even like a 90s leather trench as well, so I need to do some digging. But basically the plan is to separate them into brands and then create shows for that show. Do you know what I mean? So Levi's denim jackets, there's some crazy ones there, loads of engineered jeans ones. I'm going to do a barber show, there's a Berghaus show, there's, I don't even know what other brands there is in there, loads of other brands anyway. I've managed to sort out a few of the like athletic ones. So we've got Lululemon, so that could be like a little show, or I might wholesale that out to a client that buys that regularly anyway. Couple of bags of Gymshark, so leggings, joggers, a couple of tops. But yeah, mostly leggings and stuff. So again, loads of money, very desirable items, especially in January when everyone's doing their New Year's resolution and going to the gym. I got 3 bags of like North Face products. That's everything from hoodies, sweatshirts, joggers, outdoor walking pants, stuff like that. Then I've got like a mixed branded bag, which I've separated out, which is like Fred Perry, Ralph Lauren, Columbia, Hilfiger, stuff like that. That's joggers to tops. And then behind me, which we did sort out earlier on, we have got the kids' Carhartt jackets, dungarees and trousers. There is some absolutely mental ones, to be fair. That's the Moss Detroit. If that was a men's size, you'd be talking 3 figures on them. I've sold them for upwards of 150 on live and private. So yeah, that's looking very horrific and it's hurting my brain at the minute. So the next challenge is to brand create them. So separate piles, probably count how many we've got, check condition once again. The good thing with these, also another like an issue with these, is they all turn up with their zips undone. So trying to zip up there's probably 6 to probably even more actually, maybe 700-800 jackets there. So I need to go through, zip all them up. There's only I think I've only had to like separate probably 5 jackets out of them that are just completely battered, which we will get in this industry of the pre-loved garments. But yeah, there's so many nice ones. Loads of trench, Burberry trench, like we said, Berghaus, Barber, loads of vintage Nike as well. Gore-Tex, Terra Peaks, vintage Berghaus, made in England, loads of stuff to go through. So that's going to be exciting to go through. Next challenge, I think I'm going to go through my premium branded fleeces. Again, separate in because I can chuck North Face over with my other stuff and the North Face jackets and then Ralph Lauren, stuff like that. So we will be back with an update of how we're looking. But already given me a massive headache. The first time I've had like major money in stock, and I know that I'm going to have to be calm and collective. I may even set up a Vinted Pro account and start listing to sort of reach the top prices, which I know for personal that stuff doesn't make that much money on Whatnot. For example, barber jackets don't hit very well on Whatnot. Whereas I know if I could probably go on Vinted and probably get that, list them, still undermarket them, but just keep that moving in the background. There's probably 100 barbers there, so, and I know full well I've sold a lot of them on Whatnot that they might not do what I need them to do on Whatnot. But we'll see. I've wholesaled them as well. We've got clients for that, but I've got to be smart on this one. I think that's what I want to do this year. I want to try and I want to make some cash this year. We made good money last year, but I want to be a bit more sensible and not get bored of doing the Whatnots and just thinking, right, quick, money tomorrow. It comes in, goes, comes in, goes. I want to be able to, I want to grow. I want to scale. So I might be looking to maybe even get someone on board to solely run a Vinted account for maybe like the unique items or just the stuff that I know that does not sell. So, or I'm bored of, and I hate selling. So I hate selling jeans, but I've got a very, very substantial amounts of Carhartt jeans, Levi's, Wranglers, Carpenters, and obviously when summer comes, shorts, there's big money to be made. But on Whatnot, holding them up, looking for sizes, it takes time. And my brain really doesn't work like that. And also you are waiting for the person at home to be a 34, 32. And if they're not, it rules out the bidding. It's a tough one for jeans. So I might focus on that in the coming future. But anyway, enough chatting. I need to get back to work. We have got a Whatnot show tonight or this evening. I might bring it forward because, again, very impatient. Just on a little sample collection of the Carhartts. Someone's at my door. And yeah, we've got to start moving it. Sweet. So we've actually been grafted. God, I am absolutely knackered. I'm ready for bed. It is currently 4:45. We've got a Whatnot show shortly. I'm going to bring that forward maybe to 5:30, get that done so I can go home and chill. Busy day tomorrow. Few personal things in terms of we've got a little sensory class for the little one in the morning. They're actually probably for me more than him. Got a dentist appointment. Talk to me about NHS dental, right? Taking about 7 years to get on a waiting list. You ring up, offer to pay private. Yeah, we'll get you in on Wednesday, no problem. Piss take. Update, jackets are still there, we've not touched them. All the fleeces are currently hung up, ready to go for shows. So tomorrow I'm going to schedule just a mixed branded fleece show. So we've got one rail of that. That is ACG, Nike, Adidas, both modern and vintage. We have got Columbia, a few other bits and bobs. And then we have got 2 full rails, probably 200 fleeces of premium A-grade, super quality, super sick, Berghaus North Face. So 2 rails of them. I'm just about to grab a little bit of bite to eat, and then I'm gonna quickly open a couple of bags of North Face puffers, see what they're saying, quickly get a show done, and then go home and then decide what to eat tonight. So let me know actually in the comments your favourite takeaway, because I'm a sucker for that, right? Don't judge me. I do like a takeaway, and I think in the last week I probably had 2 Indians. And what? Yep, we're back. Just had a little bite. Thoughts on a Lunchable, by the way. They go hard. We are just about to do a Whatnot stream. All of the Carhartts, 50 items. I'm going to do the show right now, get the tunes popping. This is my first show for a little while, actually. And normally I'm on pretty regularly, but due to the delay, I've been a bit poorly, a bit under the weather, but we're getting there now, and obviously we've got to speed run this to sort of get our challenge done and see where we're at. So yeah, let me do this, and I'll tune in as soon as the show's done. Yes! People, just finished a Whatnot stream. I'm hella congested again. I don't know why. Weird. Anyway, just finished a Whatnot stream. All the kids' cohort have just sold, so there's 50 items. That was just 1,100 quid we've just turned over. I'm not going to... What I'm going to do as well in this challenge is normally when I do my Whatnot streams, I finish the stream and I'm able to cash out. So then the following morning, the money is in my bank account ready to spend again on stock. So what I'm going to do on this like challenge, this process is I'm going to keep it all in my Whatnot balance. Every bit of stock that I get from yesterday and Thursday when the final part of the container arrives, I'm going to just keep it all in there. And then once it's all sold, then I'll be able to say I spent X amount and then we're cashing out X amount. So it's just a good way, a bit of transparency as well to sort of see what we're doing and how we're processing it. And obviously a massive, massive payday, hopefully in around 15 days. So yeah, we're going to go with that. But all that behind me, just sold. Some noticeable items that did go was this moss green cohort, £40, which for a kid's jacket is relatively good. I've made money, and then the person who bought that would probably be able to sell that for around 80, 90. So again, if my cost of goods, for example, was £20 on that, I've doubled, and then the person next to me is going to be doubling as well. So and then so on. That passes on. So what I'm going to do now is quickly generate those labels, get them all ready to go. What time are we currently on? We are 6 o'clock. So the stream was very, very quick. I'm going to print those labels like we say, quickly open a couple of North Face bags just to check that they are in there and what they're like. Personally as well, I need a new coat. So I'm going to pinch one. And then we'll finish there. I might make this into one long video or just a few parts. So we'll do a part one. I'll end it here. I'm going to go sleep. Busy day tomorrow. Back in, pack, post. We've got the fleeces in the corner to run tomorrow. Maybe do like a quick Lululemon stream. Maybe a little gym shot. Who knows? We'll be in for part two. But as always, I appreciate you all. Follow, subscribe, however this YouTube works, like, comment, just do your thing. All of my socials will be in the description, my Whatnot, my Instagram, TikTok, and obviously YouTube that I'm on. But yeah, I couldn't do any of this without you guys, and I know it's cliche and a bit soppy, but seriously, I don't know. I'd still be either in the army or working a normal job, and yeah, to have this freedom and flexibility and working my way towards like time freedom and financial like freedom as well, it's sort of a blessing which I can't obviously thank you enough for. So anyway, peace out. I'll see you on the next one.